got my hair done. It's not as light as I thought it was going to be. Anyways, so I got my hair done. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to in the last video because it was 4th of July. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was 4th of July and I wanted to get a head start on things, but I also wanted to just relax and enjoy the day, and which I did. So we had a good time. It was a good 4th of July for us. But company arrives tomorrow around lunchtime. So in just about 29 hours, and I still have lots to do. I want to shampoo this carpet and do a steam mop on the floors. I want to get that artwork hung above the bed. I want to get our sheets washed. Do that. I'm going to freshen the bathroom up. Did I say go get my nails done? Got to get my nails done. I got to run to Target. I want to go get some more hand sanitizer or hand like wipes. Anyways, so I'm going to run to Target and get that, and then I'm going to come back and I would love to get the slipcover on the sofa thrown in the wash. I might do that. I don't know. Might get it washed today and put it back on tomorrow. I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's kind of like taking the duvet cover off your off of your comforter. It's a pain in the butt to do. It's just one of those things. It's like, can it wait? I think it can. I don't know. Yeah, I think it can wait. So I really don't have any time except for today. And tomorrow morning will be just, the making of the bed and all that kind of stuff. But today's like my last day to like get prepped. And then we come back. Oh, I need to go to the grocery store because I am doing this. I'm doing next week's menu shopping today. I always do this to myself. I just dump a bunch of stuff on myself. So, kick back, watch, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would do that now if you like these kinds of videos. I do all things homemaking on this channel, hence the name, Homemaking with Anna. So Ernie and I are empty nesters, and we are just starting our empty nester life right now. So we are planning on doing a lot of traveling, apartment living, and yeah, just enjoying life for what it has to offer us. So if that's kind of content you're looking forward to, homemaking in a small space, travel vlogs, cooking vlogs, all that kind of fun stuff, then yeah, join the community. I would love to have you guys, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know let me know that you're new. I would love to welcome you in the comments. And also, if you're an empty nester, I would love to know that too. I feel like I have reached so many people who are sharing the same season of life as Ernie and I, and so I think that that is so awesome. So I love that. Anyways, let's get started. We need to get into this video because I'm jibber jabbering as usual. Okay guys, so what did I do? I have laundry finished. I have one load in the dryer, and I vacuumed. You guys saw me do the dishes. I made the bed. The bed's a mess right now. Everything's on the bed. I have to wait for Ernie to come home so we can like solidify. I tried on all my outfits to make sure everything was good. Loved them all. So we'll get that packed tonight, but I gotta get started on dinner. It's 4:15 and I'm gonna make this. It's called Zucchini Ricotta Lasagna Roll-Ups. So the first thing that it says to do is, I mentioned that I usually salt my zucchini to sweat out all the liquid, but this recipe calls for us to slice them up, put them on a baking pan with salt and olive oil, and put them in the oven. And let's see, Bake until they're soft, which will take about 15 to 20 minutes. Take them out and let them cool to touch, and then we'll mix the other ingredients that are going to go inside. So let's go ahead and get the zucchini ready for the recipe. I already have the oven preheating. It's at 150 right now. We got to get it up to 400. So let's get the zucchini ready to go in. So I was gonna talk to you guys while I made the lasagna, but I have these pauses where I'm so in the moment I forget to talk. So I was like, should I add music in the pauses or what to do? And it was just gonna be too choppy. So I just decided to do a voiceover. Anyway, so I would recommend the this technique on, if you don't already do it. If you already do it, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? I have always had an issue while making zucchini lasagna with some sort of liquid always being, left in the pan. And so when I go to cut into the zucchini lasagna, it's just liquidy and it doesn't give you the same texture. And I sweat my zucchini out. I cut them the exact same way you see me doing it right now. But I just put salt on them and then I just leave them to sweat for the day on paper towels. And when I heard of this, I was like, oh my gosh, so simple, You're basically dehydrating them, I guess, while you're baking them, so they cook all the liquid out of them before you use them to make the lasagna, which makes complete sense. So, anyways, I would highly recommend this, and I'm so happy I found this technique. But if you are somebody who's never made zucchini lasagna, zucchini is a very watery fruit, and so, or vegetable, I'm sorry. What is it, a fruit or a vegetable? Whatever. Anyways, it's still very watery. So you have to sweat that liquid out if you want to have the consistency in your dishes. And so, anyways, even though I would sweat it out, sometimes all day, you guys, I would just sweat it out, I still would end up with, a watery lasagna at the end. This technique was so awesome because when we cut into the lasagna, it was just like cutting into a lasagna with pasta. It was so perfect. So I highly recommend doing this. Now, if you are somebody who is, not comfortable in the kitchen, I've met plenty of women my age who just don't know how to cook. They just don't know how ingredients go together. They're just not somebody who's spent time in the kitchen. I want to just give you a tip on lasagna. Lasagna has 3 cheeses involved in it: ricotta, mozzarella, and Parmesan. You can use either or. There's so many recipes out there that tell you how to use the cheeses differently. But I've been making lasagna for so many years that I have come to the conclusion that whatever variety you like is the best variety. So you do you. But I will give you a tip to find out what that taste is for you. Mix your ricotta with a little bit of mozzarella and a little bit of parm and your seasonings, and get that to the flavor, that you want. And then add your egg. Once you get it to the, your taste, then add the egg. And, the egg is just the binder with the cheese. So I just wanted to throw that quick tip out there because I feel like people who might not be comfortable in the kitchen or have, not comfortable with making, it's not an exact science as far as I'm concerned. Lasagna is not an exact science. I've cooked it with, raw noodles. Not before the oven noodles came out, I used to use raw noodles. It's in the oven for so long that the noodles are going to get cooked, and it was just a step that I hated doing. Boiling them, and then if I overboiled them, they fell apart when I pulled them, the whole thing. And so I just feel like, lasagna is one of those simple casseroles that you can just throw together, and it really just depends on you, on what you like, how much cheese you like, how much sauce you like, you know, whether you like it with zucchini or pasta or both. You know, it's just, you can even add spinach into your cheese mixture before spreading it on. You know, it's just one of those really versatile type dishes. It's super easy to make. So I want to encourage those that might be, you know, afraid of lasagna. You know, I might be totally speaking, you know, um, on something that you guys aren't even interested in, but you know, somebody might run across the video and you know, might not be somebody who is comfortable in the kitchen, you know. But anyways, lasagna is one of those easy things to make, and nowadays even easier for me. We don't need to make a big old pot of meat sauce. So now we got the kitchen cleaned up and we are jumping right into the next day. Sorry guys. Hey guys, we're home. We had an absolute fabulous time in Napa. I got no footage of any of that. I posted a couple of pictures on Instagram. And I typically do that. I will post on Instagram before you'll see it on YouTube. So I'm having a heck of a time getting out of vacay mode and back into my routine, I guess you could say, because it was so relaxing. The weekend was so good. It was so good. So anyways, I meant to go to the grocery store, and this is why I wanted to do this, because I have to go to the grocery store now because I did not do that last week before we left. Because it requires me to sit down and make our menu and make the grocery list, and then I gotta go to the grocery store and I gotta get everything, and it's not that big of a deal, but anyway, so I did that this morning. I made my list or my menu, and I'll tell you what we're going to be eating this week. I wanted something super easy for today. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm going to run to the store because it's hot. Run to the store, get all of my stuff, get that out of the way, and I brushed my hair. I'm going to brush my teeth right now, and I threw on some clothes. I need to take a shower, but I'll do that after I'm done running around because I know I'm going to sweat. But anyways, so I need to go to the grocery store, and the thing is that when I go to the grocery store for our menu, I'm typically, it takes me a minute because I gotta come home and I gotta like kind of prep some things. All of my refrigerator prep that you guys saw me do, all of those bins are empty now. I have not refilled any of them, and I'm not gonna do that today. I might have a cup. No, because the menu, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I end up buying and what I need to prep. But they're all washed, dried, and ready to be refilled. And I typically would do that if I had like 2 weeks worth of a menu, you know, or a week and a half worth of menu put together, and I kind of had an idea of what I was going to make, because I don't want to overbuy, or I don't want to buy things that are going to sit in the refrigerator and wilt or rot or any of that. So anyhow, so I got my menu made. I need to unpack our suitcase. I left the place neat, and I mean, it needs to be tidied up, you know, your normal stuff. We came home and just kind of plopped. We got home in a decent hour yesterday, actually, at 5:30. So that was nice. We had an early dinner, late lunch type thing, so I didn't have to cook anything. That was lovely, but I'm just, you know how it is when you come back after, and it was so relaxing. Oh, it was so good. So, I'm having a hard time getting into the swing of things, but I know it's going to be hot today, and I want to make sure to go out and run my errands before I take a shower, and then come home, get everything put away, clean the house, you know, do what I want to do, and then I will, hold on. Okay. after I'm done doing all my running around, then I'll take a shower and freshen up. I mean, I took a shower yesterday morning, so I'm good. But anyways, so I also wanted to run to Home Goods because I'm not done with my bedroom. You guys got like a kind of not a sneak peek, I'm not trying to hide it, of my desk that I ordered that's in the bedroom. And it's so crowded in there, but it's just what I have to live with right now. But I want to get some curtains up there to soften up that window. I would love some blackout curtains because it gets really, it stays light right now because it's summer till like 9 o'clock here. And if I wake up like to use the restroom early in the morning and I see that the sun is coming up, I'll just get up. And I need to start sleeping a little bit more. I'm not, I need my sleep. So I want to get some blackout curtains and a curtain rod to put in there. I want to hang up pictures in the bedroom. I just want to soften it up in there just a little bit, although that is not my final, how I'm going to do my bedroom. I'll be able to do that better when we move to the next apartment. But for the time being, while I'm here, I want to soften it up a tad. So I want to run by Home Goods, and they don't open until, they might be open actually, I'll check and see, but I thought they didn't open until 10, so I was kind of taking my time making my menu and my grocery list and everything. So anyways, let me show you what our grocery list and our menu looks like, and I'll show you how I kind of put that together. Okay, so here is my menu for the week. So it's a little bit, there we go. So we're gonna do chicken tortellini soup today. And when I find a recipe, I always write the name of the website. I found everything on carlsbadcravings.com. So I always put that down there because my printer isn't hooked up right now. So I gotta be able to go to that website and type in the recipe. So we're gonna have that tonight because that's simple, that's easy, that's light. We ate really good in Napa, so a little bit light there. And then today I want to, when I come up from the store, I'm going to be preparing the flank steak. I'll show you guys how I do that. And then I'm going to make some herbed scallop sweet potatoes to go with that, and broccolini. That'll be tomorrow. Wednesday, I'm going to make a chicken enchilada casserole, and Thursday, a Mediterranean chicken salad. All of those I found on Carl's Bad Cravings. So what I do is I always break up my shopping list in quads: meat, produce, dairy, and other. And then I just write, when I'm finding the recipe, I just find what I need and I write it down. It gives me an opportunity to go through the kitchen and see what I have, what I don't have, and what I need to get. So that is how I do that. So that is how I like to do that. And it's so funny because I'm in fall mode. Like it happens to me every year after the 4th of July. I'm like, okay, let's bring out the pumpkins and pumpkin spice everything. And I don't even like pumpkin spice, but I love the smell of it. So I'm like ready to bust out the candles and I'm ready to do it all. But I'm gonna chill. I'm not gonna go there yet. But this week I am going to start shopping for fall. I am. I'm going to start shopping for fall. So anyways, so what am I doing today? What can you expect? My basil plant died while we were gone. So that's a bummer. And we were only gone 3 days. We were only gone. Yeah, I'm just going to straighten up. We're going to go to the store. I'm going to get everything that I need. I'll show you guys everything I get when I come back. We'll prep some of the food for the week just to make my life easier. I find like during the summer, even though I have all the time in the world, I find it so much nicer on the weeks that I do this. I don't do this every week, but on the weeks that I come home from the grocery store and I just bite the bullet, whether I want to do it or I don't want to do it, I prep what I can for my weekly menu, and I get that stored in either the freezer or the fridge. My flank steak, I will put it in a freezer bag. Now, if I was going to make that, let's say Thursday or next week, or if I was doing you know, shopping for like a month's worth of groceries, I would prep that flank steak in the freezer bag and then I would freeze it. And as it thaws, you know, you take it out the night before you're going to cook it and put it in the fridge. And as it thaws, it's marinating all at the same time. So, you know, that's a tip. If you're marinating meat, you can put it all together, the meat in the freezer bags with your marinade and freeze it that way, you know, just write on the bag what it is. And as you know, as it's defrosting in the fridge or the countertop, depending on how you defrost your meats, it's marinating while it's defrosting. So I will get that prepped today so that it's all done for tomorrow. I don't think there's anything else that I can do. Yeah, there's nothing else that I can do to prep for the week. So, and they're not difficult recipes. Anyways, I'm pretty good at finding simple, delicious recipes. So, I wanted to give you guys an update. I'm not posting on my weight loss channel because I'm not really into it right now. It's summer. We're eating well, but I'm not really doing anything. I stopped exercising because I got so like busy with everything, and it's just so hard to run 2 channels, and I didn't anticipate that. But it's so hard to create content for 2 channels, and you know, nothing's really happening that's significant. I don't feel like I'm losing any weight right now. I don't know. My brain is just, you know, so I'm not really dedicated to that right now. So sorry, guys. You know, still eating well and doing, you know, drinking my water and doing all those things, but I'm just not as pumped as I was in the beginning. Let's put it that way. I think I just, you know, there's lots coming up, you know, lots of things that we're planning. We did just decide we're going to Tennessee. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to Boston in August, and then I think October, November, somewhere around there, the end of October, beginning of November, we're going to be going to Tennessee with our family that we just went to Napa with. And of course, you know, the reason is to see the kids. And we're going to rent a big house, and we're looking for a lakefront house to rent there so that we can enjoy the water. I think the weather is still good enough at that time. I'm not sure. We're going to be planning that this week. So, so now I have that to think about. It's like, you know, anyways, the months just keep flying by. You know, the time just keeps flying by, and I keep trying to remember to be in the present, you know, just be in the present today and enjoy today, you know, and so that's what I'm trying to do. But anyways, that's enough jibber jabbering. I gotta get to the groceries. We are back from the store. So I'm going to give you guys a little haul here. This is everything that I got. I got some celery and some carrots, and I believe that is, I needed 2 regular carrots for the soup I'm making, but I thought these would be yummy. The rest of them would be yummy roasted with our flank steak. So I'm going to roast those up. I got some sour cream and onion corn puffs to snack on. 2 baby spinach and spring blend mix for our Mediterranean salad. We needed eggs, so I got some eggs. I needed more garlic, so I got some garlic, some slivered almonds, which is for a recipe that I'm making. And the soup I'm making tonight calls for 20 ounces of tortellini. They only had spinach, so I went ahead and picked those up. The chicken casserole, tortilla, what is it? The Mexican chicken enchilada casserole or whatever calls for corn tortillas, so I got some of those. A few different cheeses here. This one is the, I don't even know how to pronounce that, you guys. Gruyere? I should know, right? But I don't. And Monterey Jack cheese, and the Greek salad. I believe it's a Greek salad that calls for the mozzarella pearls. So I just picked these up. They looked really good. So I got some of those. One of the recipes calls for unsalted butter. I got avocados, 5 of those. I got 4 of the sweet potatoes because, or yams, whatever, to go with. I think I'm doing an au gratin, yes, with those. I needed 6 chicken breasts. I just got 3 packs of skinless, boneless chicken breast. I got some of this. I believe is going in our Mediterranean salad as well. I like to have shaved beef on hand, so I went ahead and picked up one. In case one of the recipes, I just don't feel like doing it, I always like to have this because it cooks up fast and I can add it to like any recipe for a protein, so I like having that in the freezer. Ernie likes to use this in the morning for breakfast, so I went ahead and picked up one of those. The flank steak, they didn't have one that was the right size. They're all just a pound. Look how expensive they are for a pound. A 1 pound flank steak is almost $18. But I got 2 of those. Some bacon for our recipe, some cherry tomatoes. I'm going to be making my own breadcrumbs with this. I got some broccolini, which will also go with our steak this week. Some green chilies. One recipe calls for a 4-ounce can, and so I got 4 because when I was grabbing it, he said, those are the last 8 cans. I don't know when we're getting that in again, so I went ahead and stocked up so that I have them. I have 2 cans of organic bento beans. One of the recipes I am doing calls for 1. I went ahead and picked up 2. I like to do that just in case we like the recipes and I want to make them the following week. I have the ingredients already. Also, one of the recipes calls for a pesto, so I picked that up. Sour cream, we use heavy whipping cream in our coffee, but a recipe also calls for that, so I picked up 3. I got a Hatch Valley chile. One of the recipes called for a green chili, so I thought this sounded good. I like Hatch chilies, so picked that up. Some parsley, cilantro, chicken broth, limes, lemons, purple onion, because I didn't have any, I only have white or yellow, some tomatoes, an English cucumber, which I believe is going in the Mediterranean salad, whoops, spill, a fresh chives and thyme, and that is it. That is my grocery haul, and my total today was, can you see that? $205.11. Yes, so that is my, oops, very blurry, my grocery haul. Now I gotta get this all prepped and put away. so good to get the refrigerator and freezer organized and stocked. Ugh, I just love it so much. I am saving so much money, you guys, on making my menu and my list based off that menu. I only took out the nice creams that we didn't finish out of the freezer, which cost pennies to make, to get rid of, but I had no leftovers in the fridge, none at all. If we have leftovers, we are eating them the next night. I'm not playing around with this inflation stuff. I am saving money where I can save money. And it doesn't matter if you have the money to spend or what have you, but I just think it's ridiculous in today's day and age that anybody would be wasteful with food. So I just can't do it. I cannot do it. So we are eating until the food is gone, and I am refusing to throw food away. I can't do it. I just can't do it with the price we're paying. Lessons learned. The nice cream was the only thing that we didn't finish. It had been sitting in the freezer for a couple of weeks and we didn't dig into it. And that cost pennies to make, so I didn't feel bad at all. Not only that, but now it was my first time making it, so now I have an idea of quantity, like what we will actually indulge in. So, that is, a good lesson to learn. But now we're going to jump into making a quick tortellini soup, and that will be the end of the video. Okay, so I need to look up the recipe for the flank steak so that we can get that all prepared and put in the freezer. So freezer meals are a thing. Everybody's doing freezer meals. I think freezer meals are fantastic. Back in the olden days, I used to put my crock pot meals together in the crock pot bowl and then cover that and put it in the fridge. So the next day all I had to do was pull it out and stick it in the heating element, which was wonderful when the boys were in school and I volunteered and they played sports and all of that. So I love to cut corners anywhere I can cut corners, and especially when you find yummy recipes that you're going to love. I am guilty in the past of finding really awful recipes and making them, and years ago, when I was really getting comfortable with following recipes, because I was raised in a family where you just didn't follow recipes. You just put things together, So anyways, I have made yucky recipes in the past, and so when I find a good one, I'm going to make sure to share it with you guys. I've been making this one for a while. We love it so much. It is the most delicious flank steak you're ever going to have. I don't have a grill, and I refuse to use the grills that are here at the apartments. I'm a germaphobe. That's just how I am. So we put this in the George Foreman, and it works beautifully because the flank steaks are so small and thin, so it works beautifully in there. But this is meant to be grilled, just so you know. And just in case you're wondering, we can't have grills on our balconies here at the apartment, so I do not have a grill. But anyways, so then I just whip up the marinade, and I will make sure to post any recipes I use today. I will put them in the description box so you guys can go find them. I just put them in a freezer bag, pour the marinade in there, seal it up, squish it around, and if you're going to use it the next day, stick it in the fridge. If you're going to use it at a later date, put it in the freezer. Easy peasy. So good, you guys. Tortellini soup. So now I want to find that chicken. So you didn't see me add the chicken to the pot because I originally started doing the slow cooker where you just, recipe where you just add everything to the slow cooker. But then I soon realized that's what I was doing. So I just threw the pot on the stove, added some oil to the chicken, kind of tossed it around. And while that was browning up, I wanted to get the veggies all prepped for the soup. And of course this is the same base that you use for any soup: celery, carrots, onions, garlic. That is the base of any delicious soup. That and browning the meat, because that browning adds just another level of flavor. And I also always add some of the leaves from the celery into my soup because that's where the celery holds the most flavor. So we're just going to get that all prepped up and ready to go in the soup and try and do small bite-sized pieces because nobody likes big old chunks in their soup. You know, I like everything to fit in my spoon. Now we're adding the chicken broth that called for 7 to 10 cups. I added 7 to start with, or 8. No, I added 8 to start with, and I figured I could always add more. Basically 2 cartons is what I added, and I figured I could, you know, add more if I needed to, but that's it. We're just going to simmer this. It says for 4 hours until the chicken is cooked through, and then you pull the chicken out, you shred it, you add it back in, but while you're shredding the chicken, you add the tortellini. So the tortellini starts cooking, and you're shredding the chicken, and then you add the chicken in, and it is the most delicious tortellini soup. Now, I think that mine had a different level of flavor because I used spinach tortellini. I think that it would be really fun to switch up the different flavors of tortellini and, you know, add that like a different cheese or, you know, what have you in there. I even saw on her recipe description that she had added sausage as well one time. So instead of the chicken, she did sausage. And I thought, oh my gosh, Italian sausage would be delicious in this. So Ernie liked the chicken. I told him that next time I was going to make it with the sausage, and we're just going to give it a shot and see what that tastes like. We dressed ours up with red chili flakes. We, you know, sprinkled some of that in there and then some Parmesan cheese. And that's how we topped ours. Oh my gosh, you guys, so good. You have to try this. Now I'm just picking up after grocery shopping and just the boxes we brought back with all the wines from the wineries, straightening out the living room. I just wanted to tidy everything up before I took my shower. I needed to get our suitcase unpacked. We do not have the luxury of living out of a suitcase for a week after coming back from vacation in this apartment, so I absolutely have to unpack and get everything washed, dried, put away right away. So I just wanted to do that really quick and then take my shower so that I could finish up the soup and wait for Ernie to get home. And I was so hungry by this time. I always forget to eat during the day. It's a really bad habit. I did not make a smoothie. I did not eat. It was so bad, but I was just so busy just doing so much. And, you know, I always like to make sure that the house is nice and tidy. And, you know, it's funny. I typically have a really hard time on Mondays getting motivated. Monday is like a very hard day for me to get motivated. But on this particular Monday, I was like, no, ma'am, you do not have the luxury. You need to get this house in order for the week. You need to get your life in order. You need to get it all together so that the rest of your week runs smoothly. And I promise you, I did not want to do any of this. I didn't want to do laundry. I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to go to the grocery store. I was trying to talk myself out of it all darn day. And the more I tried to talk myself out of it, the more I got done because I just kept having these pep talks with myself. So it felt really good on Tuesday to wake up and know that my grocery shopping was done for the week. The refrigerator, the freezer was back in order. The luggage was all unpacked. Laundry was getting done. It just felt really good. So now the next video, I will finally get to hang in the art. I will finally get to, you know, getting everything all prepped, you know, for, getting what am I trying to say? My mind is just blown right now. I will finally get to hang in the art in the bedroom. I will finally get to, you know, to the shampooing the carpets and getting all of those things done that I really want to get done. I'm just going to concentrate on doing that the remainder of this week. That is the utmost important thing for me to do because it's been bothering me, and so I really want to make sure to get that done. But anyways, it felt good on Tuesday to make sure to get this done. So I want to encourage you, if you are having a day where you just do not want to do anything and you just are finding it easier to sit on the sofa watch TV, veg out, and, you know, just do little dinky tiny things. I want to encourage you to just pep talk yourself in each individual task because, you know, after our relaxing weekend, it was just not something that I wanted to do. I just did not want to do anything. And I was, you know, I was telling myself, well, I could just call Ernie and tell him to pick up something on the way home. And he would have. He totally would have. But you know what? I don't want to spend money like that. I just don't want to spend money like that. I want to be a good girl, and I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing and I'm taking care of the house the way I should be taking care of the house. And I'm not going to show myself grace every single day. I'm going to make sure that, you know, that I get the things done that need to get done. So now we're moving back over to the soup. You can see I've changed. I took a shower and just put on a sundress. It felt so good to take a shower. Put a headband in, get that hair out of my face, and I'm now just shredding the chicken. I added the tortellini. I'm just going to add the chicken back in, let the tortellini cook, and I'm going to serve this baby up, and it is so good, you guys. You have to try this recipe. I'm going to stop rambling. We're 45 minutes in. I'm going to let you guys go. If you're still with me, I appreciate you so darn much. I can't believe I got this much footage in just 2 days, in just one day. I don't even know, but thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. I really appreciate you. I hope you plan on subscribing if you haven't been turned off by this long video. We've got lots coming up. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.